Another video and another expose of the biased lamestream media. But no, this time it's not about the BBC, it's not about Sky News, it's not even about Channel 4. This time it's ITV News. I feel like ITV News have been feeling left out, so let's talk about them. We never talk about ITV. They're so quiet, nobody watches them. And there's only sometimes 7 p.m. Some families will just by default watch ITV News because all the other channels are just completely idiotic. But now, they have made the same mistake as the BBC and Sky News because they claim to be impartial. They claim to be very professional. They claim to be doing their homework when it comes to reporting the news, when it comes to getting guests to be interviewed. So, ITV News and Tom Bradby, who's best friends with Harry Markle and Meghan Markle and all these guys. So, what's going on exactly? They've been talking about the cost of living crisis. They've been talking about the NHS strikes and the NHS pay. And they're holding the power to account. Oh, yeah, people power. ITV, people power. And they've done this piece against a backbench Tory MP, Brendan Clark-Smith. And they said, well, GPs are protesting outside the office of Brendan Clark-Smith, the MP. And they then showcased one of the main GPs, independent doctors who are there to protest. And even Carl Turner, the Labour MP, actually promoted it, saying, yeah, just a GP protesting outside the constituency office of a Tory MP. So we're like, okay, so we actually have independent GPs protesting. Quite interesting. Until we found out a bit more, thanks to Guido. And this man... Okay, let's watch this video.
I think John Mann's the only candidate who will stick up for local people, their real interests, and fight to preserve our hospital.
That is Simon Taylor. Simon Taylor, who happens to be a GP, is also a lifelong supporter of the Labour Party. He's an activist of the Labour Party. He's been pretty active. He's done campaign videos for John Mann and many others. And now he's been sold to us as an independent medical expert who's out there for simply protecting the NHS and clap at 8 p.m. on Thursdays. The BBC have been doing this a lot until we put a lot of pressure on them, channels like mine, Guido and all the others, by exposing when they have done this sort of stuff. Actually, the BBC, to an extent, they've learned their lesson. Because there's an example of recently when the BBC had a guest on their show, and in the past they would have sold him, they would have introduced him as, well, just an independent expert in this or independent expert in that. But I'm going to show the clip of the BBC finally being forced to change their messaging.
We need to redistribute this wealth. We need to have a square deal for working people and who will stand up and stand shoulder to shoulder with them to deal with the crises that we're facing.
Councillor Martin Abrams, Labour councillor for Lambeth, and also Momentum Committee member and a rail trade unionist. Thank you very much indeed.
Did you see his face? He was not expecting that. He wasn't happy. Like, oh, you actually introduced me using my real titles and my actual affiliations. I thought you were going to basically say I'm just an independent expert in everything. But no. She had to be forced finally to clarify that he's a member of this, he's a member of that. He's a commie. He's an actual commie. And it's good to keep pushing. We are going to continue on this channel to keep pushing against the biased lamestream media. We're going to continue to push for more transparency. People don't mind bias in this country. People simply want transparency. People want objectivity. Be honest about your leanings, but be objective. Try to hold everybody to account. That's what I try to do on my channel every single day with your support. So the best thing you can do is subscribe to the channel. I'm Maya TC and we are the media.